Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are starting a powerful book summary series. The book name is Nice Girls Don't Win. The author is Parvati Shallow. This book is not about being rude. This book is not about hurting people. This book is about power. This book is about confidence. This book is about women owning their voice. Parvati Shallow is not just a writer. She is a Survivor TV show winner. She understands competition. She understands strategy. She understands people. In this book, Parvati shares one strong message. If you are always nice, you will be ignored. If you never speak up, you will lose. This book teaches women how to stop pleasing everyone, set boundaries, use intelligence and confidence, win in life, work, and relationships. This is part 1 of the full book summary. In part 1, we will cover what nice girl really means, why being too nice is dangerous, how society trains girls to stay small, Parvati's personal experiences, the first mindset shift. Let us begin. Who is a nice girl? A nice girl is not a bad person. A nice girl is polite, kind, helpful, quiet, agreeable. But the problem starts when nice becomes silence. A nice girl does not say no, does not express anger, does not ask for more, does not take credit, does not fight for herself. Society praises nice girls. People say, be a good girl. Don't be difficult. Don't argue. Don't be aggressive. From childhood, girls are taught be liked, not be powerful. Parvati explains, nice girls grow up believing that love comes from approval, safety comes from obedience, success comes from waiting. But life does not work this way. The world rewards confidence, clarity, assertiveness, not silence. Why nice girls lose. Parvati makes a bold statement. She says, nice girls don't win because they don't play to win. Nice girls want everyone to be comfortable. They avoid conflict, disagreement, tension. But real life has conflict. In workplaces, promotions go to people who ask, credit goes to people who speak, leadership goes to people who decide. Nice girls often do extra work, get less recognition, stay in the same position. Why? Because they expect fairness. But the world is not fair. Parvati says, if you don't advocate for yourself, no one will. Being quiet does not make you respected. Being silent makes you invisible. Parvati's personal story. Parvati shares her own journey. She was taught to be sweet, attractive, non-threatening. Even on the TV show Survivor, she noticed something. When men played aggressively, they were called strong. They were called leaders. When women played strategically, they were called manipulative. They were called dangerous. Parvati realized women are punished for power. So many women hide their intelligence. They downplay their strength. They say, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry, just a thought. Parvati stopped doing this. She owned her decisions. She used strategy openly. And she won. Nice vs kind. Parvati makes something very clear. Nice is not the same as kind. Nice means avoiding discomfort, saying yes when you want to say no. Kind means being honest, being clear, respecting yourself. You can be kind and still say no. You can be kind and still set boundaries. You can be kind and still walk away. Nice girls sacrifice themselves. Strong women protect themselves. The cost of being too nice. Parvati asks an important question. What has being nice cost you? For many women, the cost is lost opportunities, burnout, resentment, low self-esteem. Nice girls often feel tired. They give too much. They receive too little. They smile on the outside. They feel angry inside. Parvati says, suppressed anger becomes sadness. Suppressed truth becomes anxiety. The body remembers what the mouth does not say. People-pleasing is a survival tool. Parvati explains something very deep. Many girls become nice to survive. As children, they learn. Being quiet avoids punishment. Being agreeable avoids rejection. So people-pleasing becomes a habit. But what helped you survive as a child can hurt you as an adult. Parvati says, you are not weak, you adapted. Now it is time to upgrade. First mindset shift, you are allowed. This is the most important lesson of part 1. Parvati says, you are allowed to want more. You are allowed to take space. You are allowed to be seen. You do not need permission. You do not need approval. You do not need to explain everything. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is clarity. Stop apologizing for existing. Nice girls apologize too much. They say, sorry to bother you. Sorry, just one question. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Parvati challenges this habit. She says, replace apology with ownership. Instead of, I'm sorry, but say, I believe, I think, I decide. Words shape identity. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of our book summary series, Nice Girls Don't Win by Parvati Shallow. In part 1, we learned what a nice girl is, why being too nice causes loss, how women are trained to stay silent, why confidence is not wrong. In part 2, we will go deeper. Today we will talk about ambition and shame, fear of being judged, being called too much, shrinking yourself, reclaiming inner power. Let us begin. Women are punished for wanting more. Parvati makes a strong observation. Men are praised for ambition. Women are questioned for ambition. When a man wants success, he is driven, he is focused, he is respected. When a woman wants success, she is selfish, she is cold, she is aggressive. Parvati says women learn to hide their hunger. They say, I don't really care. I'm okay either way. It's not a big deal. But inside, they care deeply. This creates inner conflict. You want more, but you feel guilty for wanting more. The fear of being judged. Parvati explains a deep fear many women carry. The fear is not failure. The fear is judgment. Women fear being called bossy, difficult, demanding, intimidating. So they soften their voice. They smile while disagreeing. They make themselves smaller. Parvati says this fear keeps women stuck. When you silence yourself to be liked, you abandon yourself. Don't be too much. Many women heard this growing up. Don't be too loud. Don't be too emotional. Don't be too confident. So women learn to reduce themselves. They become less expressive, less visible, less powerful. Parvati writes, you were never too much. You were just in the wrong room. Power makes insecure people uncomfortable. That is not your problem. Shrinking is a learned habit. Shrinking does not happen overnight. It happens slowly. You shrink when you stop raising your hand. You stop sharing ideas. You stop asking questions. You stop trusting yourself. Parvati says shrinking feels safe, but shrinking kills growth. You cannot win while hiding. The double standard. Parvati highlights a painful truth. Women face a double standard. If a woman is soft, she is weak. Strong, she is unlikable. Men are allowed to be both. Women are forced to choose. Parvati says this is not your failure. This is a broken system. Understanding this gives freedom. You stop blaming yourself. Reclaiming feminine power. Parvati introduces a powerful idea. Power does not mean acting like a man. Feminine power includes intuition, emotional intelligence, social awareness, adaptability. Parvati used this power on Survivor. She observed people. She read emotions. She built alliances. She stayed calm under pressure. She did not apologize for strategy. And she won. Stop waiting to be chosen. Nice girls wait. They wait for permission, approval, validation. Parvati says, stop waiting. Start choosing yourself. Choose your voice. Choose your needs. Choose your direction. No one will hand you power. You must take it. Embracing your desire. Desire is not shameful. Wanting more is not greedy. Parvati says desire is life force. When you suppress desire, you lose motivation, you lose joy, you lose confidence. Owning desire creates clarity. The courage to be seen. Being seen is scary. Visibility invites criticism, but invisibility guarantees loss. Parvati says you cannot win if no one knows you exist. Courage is not lack of fear. Courage is action despite fear. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 3 of our series, Nice Girls Don't Win by Parvati Shallow. In part 1, we learned what being too nice costs, why silence leads to loss. In part 2, we learned why women hide ambition, why women shrink themselves, why being too much is a lie. In part 3, we talk about something very important. Today's focus, boundaries, saying no, overgiving, emotional manipulation, self-respect. This part is about protecting your energy. Let us begin. Nice girls overgive. Parvati explains a common pattern. Nice girls give time, energy, attention, emotional support. They give without limits. They say yes even when tired. They help even when unappreciated. They believe if I give more, I will be valued. But this belief is dangerous. Parvati says, overgiving leads to resentment, confidence versus arrogance, strategy without guilt, owning power publicly, playing to win. This part is about stepping into leadership. Let us begin. Confidence is not arrogance. Parvati starts by clearing confusion. Many women fear confidence. Why? Because they were taught confidence is rude. Confidence is selfish. Parvati says confidence is clarity. Arrogance says I am better than you. Confidence says I know my value. Confident women speak clearly, decide firmly, stand by their choices. They do not need to prove anything. Why women downplay themselves. Nice girls minimize success. They say, it was nothing. Anyone could do it. I got lucky. Parvati explains downplaying is a defense mechanism. Women do this to avoid jealousy, avoid backlash, avoid being targeted. But hiding success weakens authority. Ownership builds respect. Stop asking for permission. Parvati makes a bold statement. Leaders do not ask permission to exist. Nice girls wait. They wait to be invited, chosen, approved. But winners act. They take initiative. They move forward. Parvati says, act first, explain later. Strategy is not manipulation. This chapter is very important. Women are often told, don't be strategic. Just be genuine. Parvati challenges this. She says, strategy is intelligence in action. Strategy means thinking ahead, reading situations, choosing timing. Men use strategy freely. Women are shamed for it. Parvati says being smart is not being fake. Using power without guilt. Nice girls feel guilty for winning. They worry someone else will lose. Parvati says your success does not harm others. There is space for everyone. You do not need to shrink so others feel comfortable. Guilt keeps women small. Release it. Visibility is part of power. Parvati explains something uncomfortable. Power requires visibility. If no one sees you, no one follows you. Nice girls hide. They work hard quietly. They hope someone notices. Parvati says, hard work without visibility is unpaid labor. Speak about your work. Share your ideas. Claim your space. Owning the room. Owning the room does not mean dominance. It means presence. Parvati explains how presence looks. Calm posture, direct eye contact, clear voice, minimal words. Presence comes from self-trust. You do not rush. You do not overtalk. You pause. Silence can be power. Dealing with backlash. Parvati is honest. When women show power, backlash comes. People may say, you've changed. You're not as nice. You're intimidating. Parvati says backlash is a sign of growth. Not everyone will like the new you. That is the price of power. Playing to win. Nice girls play to be liked. Winners play to win. Parvati explains, winning does not mean cheating. Winning means clear goals. Strong decisions. Emotional control. On Survivor, Parvati played to win. She stayed calm. She planned moves. She accepted risk. And she succeeded. You are allowed to want the top. Parvati ends this section strongly. She says, stop pretending you don't want more. When you give too much, people take too much. Why saying no feels hard. Nice girls struggle to say no. Why? Because no feels like rejection, conflict, disappointment. Many women think, if I say no, I will lose love. Parvati explains, no does not make you cruel. No makes you clear. Every yes to others can become a no to yourself. Boundaries are not walls. Many people misunderstand boundaries. Boundaries are not punishment. Boundaries are not anger. Boundaries are clarity. Parvati says, boundaries tell people how to treat you. Without boundaries, people cross lines. People demand more. People ignore your needs. With boundaries, respect grows. Relationships become healthier. Boundaries protect connection. Nice girls attract manipulation. Parvati talks about a hard truth. People who overgive often attract manipulators. Manipulators use guilt, use silence, use emotional pressure. They say, after all I've done for you, you're the only one who understands me. If you loved me, you would. Nice girls feel responsible. Parvati says, you are not responsible for other people's emotions. Guilt is not a signal to obey. Nice girls confuse guilt with obligation. They feel guilty, so they comply. But guilt does not mean you are wrong. Parvati explains, guilt often appears when you change unhealthy patterns. Feeling guilty does not mean stop. It means grow. Self-respect changes everything. Parvati introduces a powerful idea. When you respect yourself, others adjust. You teach people what you accept, what you reject. Self-respect is shown by saying no, leaving situations that drain you, choosing rest, choosing honesty. Nice girls seek approval. Strong women choose alignment. Stop over-explaining. Nice girls explain everything. They justify their decisions, their feelings, their boundaries. Parvati says you do not owe everyone an explanation. Over-explaining invites debate. Clarity ends conversation. Simple statements are enough. I can't do that. That doesn't work for me. I'm not available. You teach people how to treat you. Parvati repeats this message. Your actions teach. If you accept disrespect, it continues. Ignore your needs. Others do too. But when you speak up, walk away, Hold limits. The dynamic changes. Not everyone will like it. That is okay. Losing people when you change. Parvati is honest. When you stop being nice, some people leave. Why? Because they benefited from your silence. Parvati says, you are not losing relationships. You are losing roles that hurt you. Real connections remain. Power is calm, not loud. Nice girls think power is aggression. It is not. Power is calm. Power is grounded. Power does not beg. Parvati says, you don't need to raise your voice. You need to stand your ground. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 4 of our series, Nice Girls Don't Win by Parvati Shallow. So far we have learned why being nice causes loss, why women hide ambition, why boundaries are power. In part 4, the focus changes. Today we talk about, you want success, you want respect, you want leadership. That is allowed. Ambition is not ugly. Ambition is honest. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 5, the final part of our book summary series, Nice Girls Don't Win by Parvati Shallow. So far we have learned why being too nice causes loss, why women hide ambition, how boundaries create power, how confidence and strategy lead to winning. In this final part, we bring everything together. Today we will talk about power with kindness, redefining femininity, integrating softness and strength, becoming whole. The final message of the book. Let us begin. This book is not anti-kindness. Parvati clears a big misunderstanding. This book is not telling women to be cruel. It is not telling women to be cold. Parvati says kindness without self-respect is self-betrayal. True kindness includes honesty, boundaries, self-care. Being kind does not mean accepting disrespect, ignoring your needs, staying silent. Power and kindness can exist together. Softness is not weakness. Parvati redefines strength. Softness does not mean fragile. Softness means emotional awareness, compassion, intuition. Strong women can cry. Strong women can feel deeply. Strong women can be gentle. Parvati says your softness is part of your power. You do not need to harden yourself to win. You need balance, integrating both sides. Many women live divided lives. They are soft at home, strong at work, or powerful outside, silent inside. Parvati encourages integration. She says, stop splitting yourself. You can be kind and assertive, emotional and strategic, gentle and decisive. Wholeness creates confidence. Stop seeking permission to be yourself. Throughout the book, Parvati repeats one truth. You do not need permission to be whole. You do not need approval to speak clearly, want success, set limits, take leadership. Waiting for permission keeps you small. Choosing yourself sets you free. Femininity redefined. Parvati challenges old definitions. Femininity is not silence, submission, self-sacrifice. Femininity can be expressive, powerful, strategic, confident. Parvati says femininity is not weakness. It is adaptability. Your feminine energy is intelligent. Trust it. Emotional intelligence as a superpower. Parvati highlights emotional intelligence. Nice girls feel emotions but ignore them. Wise women observe emotions, understand emotions, use emotions wisely. Emotional intelligence helps you read rooms, navigate conflict, build alliances, lead people. Parvati used this skill to win. You can use it too. Letting go of the old identity. Change requires loss. Parvati says you must let go of who you were. To become who you are meant to be, you may lose approval, familiar roles, old expectations, but you gain self-trust, freedom, power. Growth always feels uncomfortable. That means it is working, choosing yourself daily. Power is not a one-time decision. It is daily. Every day you choose. Speak or stay silent. Set limits or overgive. Lead or follow fear. Parvati says, small choices create big lives. Consistency builds confidence. You will never be liked by everyone. Parvati ends the illusion. Trying to be liked by everyone is a losing game. No matter what you do, someone will judge, someone will criticize. Parvati says choose respect over approval. Respect lasts longer. Final message, play to win your life. Parvati's final message is clear. Life is not about being chosen. Life is about choosing yourself. You are not here to be small. You are not here to be quiet. You are here to live fully. She says stop playing nice. Start playing true. Final closing message. This book teaches us one truth. You do not need to become someone else. You need to become more yourself with clear boundaries, honest voice, confident presence. You can be kind. You can be powerful. You can win. End of full book summary. Thank you for watching this full series. If this helped you, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, nice girls don't win, whole women do.